So the packaging of this product is not so great. It come in a box. Nothing was wrong with the box. Everything was fine. And check this out. The front frame actually fell off, but you can just snap it back in place. But it's pretty flimsy, pretty small. But that kind of gives you an idea. So guys, I have the opportunity to use this for over the past 2 weeks or so, and I want to get back with you guys with a little bit of information on it. So first of all, the unit itself is really a big fingerprint magnet, as you can see here. I even cleaned this a little bit earlier, and as you can see by just grabbing on it, it's catching a lot of fingerprint. The screen itself is actually a matte screen, and the pictures are now looking pretty good. I'll show you guys that in a minute. Up here you have that motion sensor. This is an infrared sensor, so you can set it so that it will go to a standby mode, and in the standby mode it's not going to use that much power, so when it detects motion it will automatically come on. Here in the middle here you have a little infrared port that is for your remote control, which you can use to control a few things on here, like changing a slideshow, go to the calendar, change the music mode, and those kind of things. The one thing that I do want to point out is that this picture frame has a fixed angle. You can see here, this is the angle that it come in. This is the only angle that you can set it at, so you do have to have this picture frame kind of high up, maybe eye level, because if you have it on a table like this, the angle is kind of bad. But I will show you in a minute here. Even though it's a bad angle, the pictures actually come out pretty decent. In the back here you do have a little speaker, so that when you're playing music or a little slideshow, or you're playing a little short movie clip, that speaker will make a noise. Down here you have two buttons. You basically have the menu button and the power button. In the middle here you have a little joystick, and then these are directional pad, and in the middle you have the OK button. Right here I have an SD card plug in. This has some pictures on it, and that's what I've been using roughly. And check out this crazy fingerprint. Just keep that in mind. Bottom here you also have a mini USB for data, and you can transfer stuff to this memory card if you want to do it that way, or just take the card out. Here you also have a headphone port and audio out. You also have another USB port. This is you can use this for like a flash drive, and you can plug that in down and it works the same. I prefer to use the SD card because it's small. And then finally the power port. So let me power on the unit, kind of give you an idea. I did want to point out to you guys that while this unit is always on during the day, I had it set I think for about 5 minutes, and during that 5 minutes the motion sensor will go off. If no one is there it will go off, but in general this little pad here stay warm, but it does not get hot at all. It just stay a little bit warm, and at first it's kind of weird to use it, but if you have it like this, you can actually you know, navigate your finger back here. You can actually use it to navigate the thing. So right now I have it in the default mode. As soon as you power it on, it's going to go into slideshow mode, and then it's going to re-off, stop off the memory card. So here we go, let me show you, and that kind of gives you an idea. So at this angle it looked pretty bad, but from where I am down here, it looked pretty good. For the camera it's a little bit high. I'm going to lower the camera here. So right now the slideshow is set to 1 minute, so which means every 1 minute it will automatically switch to the next picture, and that's what I kind of like. I didn't want to continuously change picture because it could be distracting, so that's what I have right now. So in the back here, let me press this little menu button, which will back us out. You can kind of give you an idea. These are the control you can have. Anyway, if you just press the power button, it will take you back to the main menu here where the pictures are selection. I can press the power button again to go back, and that will take us back to this screen here. If you have a memory card, you get to pick these little options. Movies, if you have a movie in there you can play, you have a song in there you can play, and then picture if you pick photo, and then also file, which will show you auto file. But if you go photo, you can actually browse to these right here, and then you can actually click on it to play, and it will start playing, and that's how it works. So anyway, let me back up one more thing. So right here, this is the screen that you are welcome with. This is the home screen. If you have a memory card or a flash drive stick in here, it will show that. So right now I have that memory card. I can select that and take me back to the menu I was at. You also have here the little setup screen, and then a counter. A counter to show you a little counter, show you guys here. And there's a little picture in there, and it can just change this slowly. Kind of nice. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I don't know why it's small like this, but anyway. You can go back right here, and in setting I want to show you guys some option. So in setting here, as you can see, language, you have a bunch of different language. Right now it's in slideshow mode, and it's the timer is set to 1 minute. So every 1 minute it will change the picture. You have it in random mode for the transition, and then you can also have music and movie, and these are in repeat mode right now. And this on the display here, you can go up and down. On the display here, left and right to change. You can actually change the different aspects. Right now I have it on normal. There's the time. And then also there's an alarm if you want to set the alarm, which will make a loud beep noise. Next down here you have brightness. Gonna give you an idea here. 10, 11, 12, go all the way up I think to 20, yep, 18, 16, yep. So to kind of give you an idea. I usually have it set at the standard 8, looks pretty good. And then you also have contrast and saturation. You also have power on and automatic power off if you want to do that. Normally I just have it on all the time. And then in the start mode here, initially it will start up as pictures because that's what I want. So as soon as you plug in power, that's what it's going to come on to. Another thing to notice, when the motion sensor go off here after 5 minutes, if it doesn't detect any motion, it will go off. And when it come back on, it's going to resume whatever mode it's in. So that's the start mode. So if you have just set to nothing, when it wake back up, it's going to go to the main screen, which is kind of annoying. So if you set the pictures, when you wake up, it's going to go back to that mode, which is really nice. And that basically is the whole unit. It's very simple to use. So as far as viewing angle on this guy, it says, I would say it's an IPS screen, but it's not the best IPS screen. So I can see from side to side pretty good, unless you go extreme. But you can see here, it's still pretty good. So it's not really a TN panel, but up and down is pretty horrible. So it's like a half-ass IPS panel, I guess. You can kind of see now. So at certain angle it's hard to see, but for the most part it works pretty well. The only thing I wish they improve on this is really just the tilting angle. I wish you can have different tilting angle for this little guy here instead of being stuck on this one exact angle, because this way you kind of have limited to how you can hold this. So if you take a picture on your phone will know if you take it in a portrait or landscape mode, and if you rotate your phone it will know to be in the exact mode. The thing with this unit is that all your pictures, if you take it in portrait and you put it on the screen here, it's going to show this direction, which is kind of annoying. It doesn't know to rotate the pictures because it doesn't have any of that information. So what you have to do is you basically have to go in before you put picture in this memory card. You have to basically rotate all your pictures. So if you have any pictures that's portrait, you want to rotate it this direction so that it will show up correctly. Otherwise you end up with pictures that go the other direction. So overall it's a pretty nice and light picture frame, and it works quite well. Also, being on picture frame, it's going to be on pretty much all the time unless you have the timer set. And so I do want to give you an idea how much power it uses. I plug this into a watt meter, and at max power right now, like right now it's using this right now, this is using about 5.5 watt of power. Even with the music playing, this is about 5.5 watt of power. And when it goes into standby mode, when the screen goes off and it's waiting for a motion sensor to be triggered, at that time it's actually using 2.5 watt of power. So it's using about roughly half the power even though nothing is displayed. So if you plug this in all the time, all year, it's going to use some energy. Not a lot, but it will use some energy. Also, one more thing I do want to point out is the memory card in the back here. The maximum size it will take is 32 gigabyte. I have a SanDisk 64 gig, but in there it didn't work, so only the 32 gig will show up. So that kind of gives you an idea. So I hope this short little review helped you in your purchase decision. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment below. And as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.